Welcome back, everyone. I have some major news that has just broken from the Middle East that I wanted to share with you today. And if what I'm about to tell you is true, it could be one of the most important stories of our generation. And no, it's not about Israel being attacked by its enemies or another war breaking out in the region. This story is much more subtle, and some might even say insignificant, but it's packed with hidden meaning. So keep watching. I've always said the Bible is a book of prophecy, and the Middle East will never cease to amaze. What's happening there is like nothing anywhere else on earth. Things are rapidly unfolding and accelerating right now, and the prophetic chess pieces are moving quickly across the board. Now, you may have heard the term wolfsbane thrown around recently. That is the name given to a controversial plant found in the Middle East that is said to be the source of an ancient poison mentioned in the Bible. And this poison was said to be so lethal that it could kill someone instantly. Today, we're going to talk about something equally fascinating. Some of you may remember last year I made a video called The Gate of Mercy, which discussed a sealed gate in Jerusalem known as the Eastern Gate or the Golden Gate. Many Christians believe it will remain sealed until the Messiah returns. That was 2021. And now fast forward to this week. According to some reports, it's been opened. Now, before we go any further, I need to point out that there is some confusion over whether it was actually opened or simply unsealed. But regardless, let's look at the details behind this story and what it means. Now, I know we've talked about this gate before, but we're going to dig deeper into this topic today. The Jerusalem Post reported on June 7th, ancient Golden Gate in Old City of Jerusalem opened after centuries. In the article, they explained that the gate, also known as the Eastern Gate, located near the Tower of David, was open to visitors for the first time in recent history. In my previous video, I explained that the gate was originally sealed shut with stones to prevent unwanted visitors during the Muslim and Arab periods. However, the new report claims that the gate was opened after workers discovered it had been unsealed already, according to reports. Let's look at what the Jerusalem Post reported. It said that the gate, which is located at the end of the Muslim quarters Via Dolorosa, was opened on Tuesday morning to the surprise of workers who arrived to open the site for tourists. Haaretz Daily reported that those present filmed the event. They showed that the stone slabs that had sealed the gate were outside of it, and that the gate itself had been unsealed for about half a meter, allowing visitors to peek through. A member of the Temple Mount Heritage Foundation told the Post that the gate had been closed since the 16th century when the Muslim ruler of the Ottoman Empire ordered the blocking of all the entrances into the old city of Jerusalem except for the Damascus Gate, the Jaffa Gate, the Zion Gate, and the New Gate. The foundation members said that during the reign of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, it was decided to seal off the city in order to prevent infiltrators from entering the holiest sites in Judaism overnight. Now, I don't know about you, but I find this very strange because it seems to contradict historical records. If the gate was sealed in the 16th century, how come it's still standing? Why didn't the Ottomans destroy the gate like they did with the other gates? I think there's something else going on here, and I'll explain why shortly. According to the report, the gate was opened about 40 centimeters, and it's unclear who opened it. The Jerusalem Post quoted the Ministry of Jerusalem Affairs as saying that it would look into the matter. The ministry added that the gate, which was built in the time of the Second Temple and was part of the city's ancient walls, should not have been opened. If you watch my videos, you know that I place a lot of emphasis on understanding the Jewish background to the Christian faith. If you want to understand the Bible, you must study it against the backdrop of the Jewish background. And the Jewish people are naturally very sensitive when it comes to their most holy sites. I think it is important to remember that Jerusalem and the Temple Mount are the third holiest site in Judaism, second only to the Kotel, the Western Wall. And of course, we can't forget the spiritual significance of the Mount in Islam as well. It's known as the Noble Sanctuary. Many Muslims believe the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven from the Al-Aqsa Mosque on the Temple Mount. So, needless to say, access to the Mount is very restricted, and non-Muslims aren't allowed to pray there. Only Jews are permitted to pray at the Western Wall, which is actually the retaining wall built by Herod the Great around the Temple Mount. As far as the Eastern Gate goes, or the Golden Gate, the Ottomans were very careful not to damage it. In fact, they carefully preserved it, not realizing the significance it held in Jewish prophecy. You see, many Jews believe that when the Messiah returns, he will enter Jerusalem through this gate. As you can see, it's located at the foot of the Mount of Olives, which is where the Messiah is expected to land when he returns. Zechariah 14:4 says, "And his feet shall stand on the Mount of Olives," which is before Jerusalem on the east. For centuries, Jews were prohibited from even coming near the gate, let alone opening it. There were even laws passed making it forbidden to even speak of the gate, probably because it would bring back painful memories of exile and oppression. Now, I'd like to share a personal experience with you. Back in 2009, I visited Jerusalem and went to the Old City. I walked down the Via Dolorosa, which is the path Jesus walked on the way to his crucifixion. And there it was, the Golden Gate, sealed shut with large stones. I remember stopping and looking at it and thinking about all the Jewish people who were forbidden from even speaking its name. I knew in my heart that I would return again one day, and that next time I would see it open. Well, this prophecy says that when the Messiah returns, he will enter through this gate. But there's another possible scenario. A rabbi once told me that if the Messiah doesn't return soon, then it's possible that someone from a priestly family, maybe even the high priest, will enter through this gate, and this person will act as a forerunner to the Messiah, paving the way for his return. Maybe this is what's happening now. Maybe the Messiah is returning soon. It's interesting to note that in the book of Revelation, John wrote about a similar gate. In Revelation 21:12, he described the wall of the New Jerusalem as having 12 gates. Each gate was made of a single pearl. And again, each gate had a name of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Is it possible that what we see in Jerusalem is a preview of what will take place in the New Jerusalem? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'd like to hear your thoughts on what you think is happening with the Golden Gate. Could this be a sign that the Messiah is close? Or perhaps there's another explanation? I'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. As always, thanks so much for joining me today. Until next time, God bless you and remember, never hold your peace. Hey, everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an upload. Tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. And don't forget to share your thoughts, insights, and comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.